Morning YouTube, I am Gina and I am in Australia, so it is morning for me, and I've just realized that my aren't charged, so hopefully everyone will still be able to hear me. And a little bit about me. So I haven't had this YouTube channel for very long, but I am a mother of two little boys. And when I say little, I have a 2.5-year-old and an 11-month-old. And hopefully I can get through this video before they decide that they need me for something. They're happily playing right now. And at the moment, this YouTube for me is to share information about motherhood and marriage and money and anything else that comes along with that. So I have studied health coaching. I am a kinesiologist, and I have just been taking a big spacious break to just focus on being the best mother and wife I can be. And so this online journey will be what it will be, and I am giving that so much grace. And so I really love investing. I think every mother and every woman should learn how to invest, because it gives you much more long-term spaciousness and allowing you to not feel like you have to go to work if you set it up properly. And so I got really interested in that when I was first pregnant with my firstborn, and I have been growing and growing that ever since. And I will share more about that journey. But for today, I wanted to come on and talk about how to be a peaceful parent. So I'm not a part of a lot of mothers group just for the fact that I haven't found one that mothers aren't complaining about being a mother. So for me, I'm someone who is very, very much into, oh, hi. Hello, nice to meet you all. And some interesting comments there. So I like to keep my circle very small and very specific, because I kind of live in my own funny little world of I don't want to listen to what other people have to say. Some very interesting questions there. Anyway, I'm going to keep going, and I will answer any that I actually think are relevant. So anyway, so I keep my circle very small because I intentionally want those people to add to my life and not take away from my family. And my husband and my children are my top priority. They are my most inner world, and I don't want outside influences to come in and change that in any way. So I'm very specific on who comes into my world. And so my main focus at the moment has been so a little bit on my business, because I have 3 pillars of my life together, like I said: money, motherhood, and marriage. And because I have those really strong foundations in my life, my health has really flowed into that. And also, so now I'm going back to my previous business, which was a lot of coaching and to the right people. And I've been creating courses, and I'm also, just very entrepreneurial in what I do. And so I wanted to come on here and share how I feel I've become a very peaceful parent. And I think a lot of families are missing the element of feeling peaceful. And I think the first thing is people aren't allowing themselves to have enough space in their life. So parents are over scheduling their children and over scheduling their life, and it's causing a lot of stress in families and overwhelm. And I think the first thing is to really take a look at giving yourself space, and therefore you can prioritize what's really important to you. And spaciousness might also be, there's like a big, the minimalist movement, and there's also like maximalism, really enjoying your life and buying the things that you want. But sometimes we do need to really look at where we spend so much of our time in our homes and really making them much more spacious. And so that's what I make sure in our home, that our children aren't overwhelmed with, stuff. Like, they don't need a lot of toys, and they actually do better when they're single focused on things. And so we make sure, and like you can do it in lots of different ways as well, like creating spaciousness in what you eat. Like, you don't need to buy thousands of ingredients all the time. We've kind of pared down what we eat, and that allows us to, really work out what we enjoy and what we don't enjoy, instead of having thousands of different things in our fridge that don't get eaten and end up in the bin. So and so yeah, I'm really, number one, believe in giving yourself much more spaciousness in your life. And I mean, that's not just as a parent, that's anyone. You can't really know who you are and what you want to do if you're just putting all this stuff into your life. And so the next thing is really looking at getting support. Hello, darling. Hi. And support is, I've just introduced, like, I don't really want to do my own washing, and there's 4 of us in our house, and I feel like it's just taking away from who I am and my children. And so I am actually employing someone to do the washing for me, and that's giving me back so much more time that I can come on and do this. So incorporating a lot more resources into your life and finding support in all those different areas, I think is really important for your life. He's playing with a texter. I think he's eaten it. Bubba, did you eat the texter? He's gonna have to go in the bin now. Yeah. Interesting. It looks like I got quite a few. My other one's here too. I got quite a few men on here, which is interesting. So because this is my first live, I'm not sure who it reaches and what it doesn't reach. But yeah, so the next step is like getting the support that you need. They love being on camera. Yes, I am married. No, I'm not a vegan. So if you are a vegan, I would not listen to me, because I am definitely not a vegan. Yes, I'm an Australian. Some really interesting I don't feel bullied. Trust me, I can very much stand up for myself, and I'm not even reading the very stupid comments that people do. This is a very interesting experience. Darling, can you not eat the texter? Thank you. You're saying hello. Anyway, I'm not quite sure why you guys are watching this, because it's kind of for parenthood, but that's fine. And so, yes, that's the third step, is putting in strategies. So once you've got, you've worked out the things that are making you really stressed as a parent and not giving you enough spaciousness and not helping you with your tools, then really putting in strategies that help you. As I said, like getting someone else to wash all our clothing and stuff. We're going through toilet training right now. That we have so much washing that it just got really overwhelming. So putting that into place. I also, like I said, financially giving space. So we have a lot of strategies that we've put in that allow us to grow our money without having to like work really hard and all the time. And there you go, sweetheart. And so people are funny on here. Anyway, so those are my top 3 things to look at if you want to become more of a peaceful parent, because of course there's like different styles of parenting too, which can be really personal to each person. But if you start creating more space in your life to focus on the things that are really important, and I just believe number 1 is my family and our health. Absolutely, our health, mental and physical and emotional health comes first. So I don't think that children need to be doing every activity under the sun, and I see a lot of parents doing that, and especially as they get older and they have school, and there's probably extracurricular stuff that comes with that. That prioritizing your peace is... I don't believe in sacrifice. I chose my children and I absolutely adore them. So I don't personally use the word sacrifice for 18 years. I actually am very, very grateful every day. Interesting question. Do you ever regret being a parent? Wonder what it would be like without kids? I hate responsibility and don't want kids for this reason, plus many others. That's a very personal choice for you, and for me, no, I don't wonder what it's like not to be a parent, because I became a parent at the 28, and so I believe I spent a lot of time I spent a lot of time before that working out what I wanted, and I wanted to have kids. I also believe that it is wired in our DNA to want to pass on our genetics. So a lot of men, I believe, Elliot, if you're a man, I think a priority is feeling like you can provide first. I find a lot of us in our society don't look at how to financially provide for like a wife and our kids first. And so a lot of people get into the situation where it's very draining because they haven't put that first. And so a lot of men don't go through, they don't go through manhood the way they do in a lot of other countries where they're prepared to have families. And so my advice, because I've seen a lot of like parents have kids really young and not be set up, is that there's so much stress financially and time, and maybe the wife, you know, has to go back to work financially also, so she can't give that time to those kids. And a lot of people do regret parenthood. I had a single mum and she wasn't set up to have me. Someone also asked, my kids are 2.5 and 11 months, and I am both realistic and idealistic, I would say. I always look to grow and to the best life I possibly can. And yeah, I actually look at being successful in every aspect of my life, because that's just my personal belief, and I actually gave birth to my children at home very quickly, and that's because that's my belief, is that I can be successful in everything I want to do, and I think not enough people are like that. And so to sum this up, I think number one, definitely create more space in your life. Thank you. Yes. But if you are, if you're gonna have kids, I would pick your partner very, very carefully as well. I think that goes a long way as to what you get out of life. Nate, that's very true that the majority of people might not be in that position. However, that's what I focus most of my life on. I'm very picky on how we do our life, and we've created it so that I don't have to work if I don't want to, and I do have clients, so I choose to do that. I also charge quite a lot as my personal belief, because my time is very valuable with my children. And yes, so I wasn't even thinking there was going to be comments in this video, so it's very interesting to watch. No, I'm not a massage therapist. I am a kinesiologist and coach. So kinesiology in Australia is quite different than other parts of the country. It's a holistic method of 300 different balances put together to make someone's whole life work for them. I know in America, where kinesiology started, it is considered an exercise physiologist, which is a part of what I do, but I don't do that specific method anymore. And yeah, so a lot of people aren't looking to be successful, so they're not actually putting things into place in order for their whole life to be successful. It's actually funny, I'm guessing I have quite a lot of men watching me right now, which I actually used to coach men, and I think our society is really good doing you guys a disservice as well, and not helping you guys get the most out of life, and blaming you for a lot of things. I wasn't a huge fan of the Me Too movement, in my personal opinion, and I have 2 boys, you know, I'm the one raising them, so I have to take big responsibility as a woman, and I think other mothers should take a lot of responsibility too, which is a odd aspect for this message, but basically, number one, get yourself some space, work out who you are, what you want to do with your life, and focus on what's really important. So me, my kids, and my husband. And then the next thing is get yourself some support, whether that's interesting, your future is already mapped out. Depending on your beliefs, I also think you create your own life. That's why this is called Created Life Co. And yeah, get yourself some support on those things that you need to work through. If there's a part of your personality that you're not a fan of, a part of your life, whether it's financial or relationship, get a coach, get a therapist, get a whatever you need to move through that. This life is amazing and beautiful. Why not fully enjoy it and love it? And also, the next step is to put some strategies in place. So we do a lot of investing, both stock market, crypto. We're looking to go into real estate. I don't jump into anything that I don't fully understand. And at the moment, I want it to be very, put the foundations in for that. I want it to be very easy. And so, those are the 3 things that I truly believe in. Thank you for everyone who tuned in. I don't care who you are or what you say. This was an epic experience. So thank you very much.